The outgoing Cape Town Mayor Particia De Lille is currently briefing the media 2 weeks before vacating office. We understand that she will be making an important announcement. Let's now cross live there to hear what she has to say.
Against me, the charge was accordingly withdrawn, and the matter will therefore not be proceeding. In early February this year, the DA Federal Executive Chairperson, James Self, confirmed that the party had approached the police with an affidavit that they've received from Anthony Fowl. At that time, I rejected the ludicrous allegations from the onset. When they appeared out of thin air in February, all of a sudden I was just pounced with these allegations. Now, you will all recall this was at the height of the time when the DA was trying to do anything and everything to remove me, throwing all kinds of mud and allegations at me, hoping that it will stuck. Now, to date, I've not been found guilty of any of these allegations that I've been accused of. I always said that the truth will survive, and that I am not afraid to subject myself to a due process, disciplinary process, to have these allegations tested, open to the media and open to the public. I'm not afraid of that. And once again, this was an attempt to ruin my integrity, to taint my name and to smear my name. And again, this attempt amounted to zero now. The bribery allegation dates back more than 5 years ago, when Mr. Anthony Fowl started negotiations with the Safety and Security Department, Disaster Risk Management, to sell to us a fire retardant paint that could help us in the fight when we have all of these fires in the informal settlements. And so the allegations resurface now, and I am convinced that all of these allegations was just a grand plot to remove me. But regardless of this, I committed openly and transparently to work with the police, to work with the Hawks. A number of my staff have been interviewed by the Hawks, and they were approached for statements. And today I'm really relieved that justice has prevailed. That once again I have been vindicated. It is proof of the vicious witch hunt that has unfolded over the past year to get rid of me. I have taken an enormous amount of abuse in the past year. And all of these allegations were spread widely through the media, to the public, for many, many months. And all of these allegations were false. And so they were also a vicious attack on my good name and my reputation. And therefore, I've now instructed my lawyers to sue Mr. Anthony Fowl for defamation for 1 million rand. Because I want to send out a very strong message that those who will continue even in the future to smear my name, that I will not hesitate to sue the hell out of you. So I'm very grateful that this has now come to an end and that I'm able to proceed with my life. I thank you.
Is it a question now?
Yes.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, Yazid.
Something I'd like to know is, so what does this mean now also in terms of the DA? Any repercussions? I mean, you say you're going to sue Anthony, but I mean, they were part of this so-called smear campaign.
My lawyers will advise on that because the statement was released by the party to say that they have laid the charges. And so I will take legal advice for my team.
Why do they want to remove you? Have you learned anything? Have you been able to establish anything? Why do they want to get rid of you?
I have not been found guilty of any of these allegations. I've always said that I'm prepared to subject myself to a disciplinary hearing, open to the media and the public, and I'm still committed to that. Well, you have to ask the people who were throwing all of this mud and dirt at me within the Democratic Alliance why they want to get rid of me. I don't think that they expected a fight back. And I was determined. My name was smeared in public. I was determined to clear my name, and I will continue to do so. And this is just the beginning.
May you want to speculate as to why they wanted to get rid of you?
Do you want to speculate, Sister Stanley?
Mayor, when with the media conference with the DA leader, Mmusi Maimane, when the announcement was made that yourself and the DA have now come to this agreement, that the DC will be dropped and that you will then resign. At the time, quite a number of people, not just in Cape Town, but the country, wanted to know, what is the actual agreement? Was it a political solution to what? Can you shed some light to us as to what exactly that agreement with the DA meant?
I have not agreed to resign after they dropped the charges. Never. I've not walked away from a disciplinary hearing. I got everything that I wanted a week before that, when the DA agreed that they will withdraw the charges. And then I personally decided I cannot work in an abusive relationship like this. My brief in life is not to continue to fight with novice politicians. My brief in life is to make sure that I work hard to make sure that after liberation, all the expectations, our new democracy, that the people in our country, that they benefit from that. I've always been fighting since I was very, very young. But my fight has always been for a cause. It has never been for personal gain. So it was not about fighting for a position as mayor, but fighting for the principles involved. So there were no deal. I can assure you, I made no deal. I personally decided to move on, because when you are in an abusive relationship, you should not stay there.
Mayor, so you have about 3 weeks left in office.
Yeah.
Have you decided yet what your plans are after that? Will you be campaigning with the DA for the elections? What's the next step for Particia De Lille once you step down as mayor?
Will you remain a member of the DA?
The next 3 weeks is going to be dealing with all of these outstanding allegations. And I will alert you when I'm going to do so. This is just the beginning. There are many more people that have smeared my name in public. And over the past 2 months, I have gathered all the evidence with my legal team. So in the week, I'll be making a further announcement what I'm going to do regarding outstanding allegations. For now, I'm working every minute of the day to make sure that all the outstanding issues, and a lot of people are now approaching me saying, Mayor, please do this before you go. So I'm running 2 diaries at the moment. I'm still continuing with the mayor's pop-up offices. I've got about 40 requests to come out to different areas in Cape Town. So I'm going to be very busy. Now you ask about my future. I'm in the process also to decide how best can I serve my country. I can serve my country in any capacity. I am concerned about the economic situation in our country. Our young people, more than 60% of them are unemployed. And I will define a role for me where I can continue to serve my country. And once I've done that, which will be in the next 3 weeks, I will certainly take you in my confidence and tell you how am I going to continue into the next phase of my life.
Will it be as a politician or as a civil servant, or?
I must still decide. I've not made the final decision, but I can assure you in the next 3 weeks I will make an announcement.
Mayor, I have a follow-up question,
Yes.
from my witness list from my colleague who asked you what legal action you will be taking against the DA members who were also tarnishing your name, and not just Mr. Farr. And you're saying that you're going to have to then speak to your legal representatives about that. But what message at this stage do you have? Because there were many of them who made damning allegations that have now proved to be untrue.
Well, I will have another press release on Wednesday where I will put in the names of members of parliament that were part of this defamation campaign. And my message to all of them, that if there's any allegations against anyone, please, we're living in a country where we respect the rule of law. Don't just accuse a person and find that person guilty and thereafter want to smear and make all of these damning allegations. All allegations must be tested. So the strong message here is that what has happened to me and the Democratic Alliance must never happen to any public representative again. Because in the High Court it was found that the party didn't follow due process and they didn't follow their own internal systems. And that is what I'm pleading with going into the future, that what happens to me should never happen to anyone else. Okay.
Mayor, just picking up on the court stuff. So, Mayor mentioned our court found that, that they didn't follow due process. But can you maybe just tell us what is the next court appearance, court thing happening? Just for an update, please.
During the course of this week or early next week, my lawyers have approached the judge president to finalize and make an order of court, all the findings in the 3 court cases. And once I have that done, then I will also release that to the media, because that is all part and parcel of clearing my name.
Are you still going to remain with the member of the DA?
I've not decided. I don't want to make that an issue for me now. It is really to clear my name.
Do you think you made a big sacrifice by resigning as mayor of Cape Town, given the fact that you are happy to serve citizens, but do you think you made a big sacrifice to resign because of this? Well, I mean, it's about credibility for you, right?
Yeah.
It's not about the job. But do you think it was a big sacrifice to leave your job?
No, it was not a sacrifice for me at all, because my fight has always been about principle and not a position. I can serve my country in any position. I've been honored to serve the people of the city of Cape Town, the longest service mayor ever in the city, for more than 7 years now. And so no personal sacrifice. I'm prepared to move on, but I cannot continue in an abusive relationship.
I don't know. What toll has this taken personally? Because these are some of your colleagues who I'm assuming may have also been friends at some point. And you have been quoted as saying that there's a cabal of white men behind this.
Yeah.
What personal toll has this taken on you and these people?
Well, first of all, personally, I had to spend a lot of my own money, more than 600,000 rand, but it was a good investment. Because, integrity is something that you cannot buy. Your name is priceless. And therefore, I was prepared to make that investment so that I can clear my name. Politics is not for sissies. Politics are becoming more dirtier and dirtier because people are after positions of power. And obviously, the position of mayor as an executive mayor as a position of power. And people wanted that position. And I will not scoop to their level in naming them. The ones that I will be naming are those ones that have defamed me. They know who they are. They've not put the interests of the city of the people of the city of Cape Town first. And whatever I've done, I've always put the people of the city of Cape Town first.
I don't know if I missed this, Mayor. What did the Hawks say before when they told you that they're dropping the charges? What were the reasons?
And also were you surprised when the score came? How did you feel about it when they called and said they're dropping the charges?
I was not surprised at all. I said from the beginning, this is a lot of rubbish. I said right from the beginning as a smear campaign. So I wasn't surprised at all. But I was relieved when I got the message to say that like I've said here, the Hawks have done the investigation and that the senior public prosecution had decided not to prosecute.
For lack of?
For lack of evidence, of course. You see the way South African law works, that if you accuse me of anything, the onus is on you to prove it. And if you can't prove it, and there's not enough proof and there's not enough evidence for the prosecuting authority to make a decision to prosecute, they simply throw it out. Okay, are we done?
Afrikaans, please, Mayor.
Moet ek net saamvat in Afrikaans?
Ja.
Okay. I've been at... Ekskuus tog. Dan eers my gedagte by mekaar. Gedurende die week was ek verwittig dat die nasionale vervolgingsgesag 'n besluit geneem het nadat die Hawks 'n ondersoek ingestel het na die beweringe van meneer Anthony Paul dat ek sou 'n 5 miljoen afpersing gevra het vir 'n sekere projek in die stad. In Februarie hierdie maand het die federale voorsitter van die DA, meneer James self bevestig dat hulle het 'n verklaring gekry van meneer Paul en dat hulle wel 'n klagte gaan lê by die polisie. Al hierdie beweringe het gekom op die hoogte waar die DA baie desperaat was om my as burgemeester uit te haal. Dit het ook gekom waar daar baie beweringe teen my gegooi was, met die hoop dat hierdie bewering sal bly daar. Ek is baie bly en verlig vandag dat die waarheid het weer eens geseëvier. Dat al hierdie beweringe is ongegrond en is ongetoets en dat die saak kan nou nie meer voortgaan nie. En daarom het ek nou my prokureurs instruksie gegee dat omdat my naam so deur die modder gesmeer was, omdat hierdie verklaring wyd en suid in die land versprei is, om seker te maak dat ek 'n eis van 1 miljoen rand instel teen aan meneer Anthony Paul, sodat ek kan seker maak dat ek stuur 'n sterk boodskap uit aan al daardie ander mense wat ook beweringe gemaak het wat nie getoets is nie, wat ook my naam vuil gesmeer het, dat ek sal nie huiwer om 'n eis van in te stel teen enige een van hulle nie. So ek voel weer eens van die begin af het ek geweet dat hierdie is 'n klomp nonsens, hierdie is 'n opgemaakte saak, maar ek het my nog altyd bereid gestel vir die ondersoek. Mense in my kantoor het onderhoude gevoel met die Hawks, en so nou dat die saak verby is, kan ek nou daar die eis van naamskending instel vir 1 miljoen rand.
En die planne...
Ek soek geld vir pensioen. Ja.
Is daar nie 'n
een persoonlijke...
Nee, dat komt nog.
Oh, okay.
Dit was dan 'n persoonlijke aanval teen, as ek reg as ek sê, dit was dan 'n persoonlijke aanval teen u deur die politieke partye en anders.
Ja.
Hoekom? Hoekom all of a sudden hou hulle nie meer van Patricia De Lille nie, as ons dit so kan vra?
Jy weet, daar is seker, jy's reg. daar is sekere individuele mense binne die DA wat my ten alle koste wil hê uit die party. Die party self het ek nie probleem mee nie. Is daar die individuele dat mense by mekaar gekom het om hierdie naamskending te dryf. Hoekom hulle dit wil doen? Politiek gaan oor mag. Daar was 'n besluit geneem iewers dat daar moet 'n burgemeester aangestel word wat vir my kan vervang en hulle moes toe net seker maak dat die projek gaan voort om my te verwyder. Ek is net bereid op hierdie stadium om die mense wat my naam beswadder het, as 'n name bekend te maak. Woensdag sal ek die name bekend maak en wat ek gaan doen daar. Maar politiek is ook nie vir sissies nie. Ek het terugbeklei. Ek het teruggeveg. Ek het gesê, ek gaan niemand toelaat om my naam deur die modder te smeer nie, sonder om terug te beklei. En dis wat ek gedoen het. En dit is die rede hoekom ek wegstap van die posisie as burgemeester, want my geveg was nog nooit oor 'n posisie van burgemeester nie. Dit het nog altyd daaroor gegaan, dit is die beginsel. En die beginsel is dat, wanneer daar beweringe gemaak word teen aan enige persoon, en ek hoop dit sal nooit met enige publieke verteenwoordiger in die DA weer gebeur, wat met my gebeur het nie, dan moet jy 'n proses by mekaar sit, die dissiplinêre proses. Ek het nog altyd gesê, ek is bereid om te gaan voor daardie dissiplinêre proses. Oop aan die media, oop aan die publiek, want ek het niks om weg te steek nie. Ek het nog, op geen van hierdie beweringe is ek skuldig bevind nie. En dit gaan nou al meer as 'n jaar. Dis hoekom ek stap weg van die posisie as burgemeester, want jy kan nie in 'n verhouding bly waar jy misbruik word nie, waar mense so desperaat is om jou naam te beswadder, om jou uit die weg uit te kry. So, en ek sal verder aankondigings maak in die res van die week. Ek hoop ek het dit reg gedoen.
Thank you. You can go picnic now.
I'm going to go to a hot picnic now.
Sorry,